Good morning. If you want to see how we built this nice little oak display cabinets with box joints, 100% oak, stay tuned, because that's what we're going to do today. Good morning. Welcome to another Memphis Monday. Memphis Monday 291 straight weeks of exciting adventures. Story is on 18 October, that was Memphis Monday 288, we built a display case to put, basically for whiskey that people give me for projects. I showed it to my wife, she liked it, and now it's in the house with dishes and lights in there and all that stuff. Well, the bottom line is we still have that problem. We still have to build a display case. So we're going to build another display case. I'm going to try to do it different this time. So let's knock off the chit chat and get to work. A little review for the folks who didn't see the 288. I don't take any money for doing projects, but sometimes people build me or give me presents and stuff, and here lately they've been giving me fancy whiskey bottles here. But this case that I have them in is too small. I need a bigger case, and so at 288 I built one, but it was I think it was too nice. We're going to build another one this time. Here's a little schematic. Going to be the same dimensions. It's going to be 13 inches wide all the way out to the doors. Be 30 inches square with a 1/4 inch back, and set at 15 inches will be the center shelf. It will be held in place by dados in the side, nails across the back, and it'll be pocket screws into the center trim. Here's my cut list. It's actually more than a cut list. It's almost like plans. I actually build the thing in my head. We're going to put box joints. Well, the first thing I need to cut out are these 5 30-inch boards that are 1 foot wide. So let's do that first. Okay, I just put the these 2 dados right here in the sides to receive the center shelf. Now I need to put a rabbet along the back of the top, bottom, and 2 sides. I have the depth of the rabbet set at 1/4 inch, which is the width that the blade sticks out from this sacrificial fence. Now I have a line, this line drawn up 3/8 of an inch on this sacrificial fence, 3/8 of an inch. Now what I'm going to do is start it up and raise the blade up until my blade is just cutting into that line. Let's try that. Now I'll run a test piece through there and see if it works. Okay, I got that rabbet Now my back, this is some of the stock I'll be using for the back. That will be in there like that. And then the shelf will be in this dado here. And it'll come up against the back. So the whole thing will be like that. We've completed the dados and the rabbets on all our pieces. And like I said, we're going to put box joints. We're going to hold this thing together with box joints. Let's go check out that setup. I did a sample here to check out my setup and also check out my stain I'm going to use. I'm going to use this stuff called English chestnut. Now just a word about these box joints. You don't normally use box joints in cabinetry if you're using plywood, because plywood box joints look like this, and it's not the way you want them to look. But they can be used for joining boards together. They can also be used for like utilitarian items like toolboxes, drawers, you know, any place where you're using plywood, but you need a really strong joint, you can use them. I'm using them here just for the heck of it. It's a garage project, a shop project. Now I won't go over my setup here for the box joints. I've done that many times. But if you do have a question about it, just put in a Memphis a question, and maybe I'll do a Memphis answers on it. Here we are now. We got all our dados in and our rabbets in, box joints in. Seemed like we've done a lot of parts, but we've only really done 2 or 3. We got the top and bottom, which are the same, the sides, which are the same, and then we have this one shelf in here. Okay, I got the everything into a dry setup here. I think what I'm going to do is attach the center shelf, and that will hold the whole thing up, and then I'll glue the deals together, the box joints. My method of gluing these things together is I go through with the glue. I'm going to put it on the top of both fingers. That way when you got glue on all sides when you push them together. Now I do the same thing over here on the other side. And you might find this disturbing. I don't think I'm even going to install clamps. What I mean is, I'm just going to get this joint nice and tight and then put a brad in here. Hold it. Those look okay? Okay, I'm getting away with one clamp here. I'm checking it for square. It's supposed to be 42 and 3/8 exactly, and that's what it is. Now, I don't take this other measurement, and I'll tell you why. First of all, I can't because my clamp's there, but let me show you another trick. What I did, and I don't always do this, but I figured out what the diagonal, the hypotenuse C was supposed to be. I did it in millimeters because it was easier to do, but that converts to 42 and 3/8. So once I get one of them at 42 and 3/8, I know the other one's going to be. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and put this trim on, and we'll skip ahead to the back and the liner and all that stuff. Well, what we're going to do now is put the back on, and put that back on. I need to apply, this is a prototype. See this red felt back in here? We're not going to put red felt, we're going to put some other kind of material, but that's the idea. We want to, have that background. Here's the back. It's construction plywood. It's going to be covered anyway. I like it because it's nice and stiff. So we got that cut out. I don't think I have any felt left, but I got this real nice upholstery material here, and we're going to cover it in this. Flip it over to the back side. I put this craft paper down so that we wouldn't get so much dirt. I'm all set up here. I got my the wooden back there, and I got my material here. All I got is some old cans of this spray, and sometimes they don't work, these old cans, but we're going to give it a try. I put some of this adhesive on the material and on the back. And I'll just put them together. I didn't iron this. My theory is that I can get the wrinkles out later. Now, this stuff is sort of like rubber cement. I don't think it holds as good as rubber cement, but it's a whole lot easier to work with. Trimming it with a razor blade, I could wrap it around, but the problem with that is it would be shown in the back, and I don't want it to be shown in the back. I'm not going to use any glue, but I am going to use these inch-long staples to install this thing. What I'm doing here is marking the center line of that shelf. See if it fits any better that way. Yes, it does. Well, if this turns out, all we'll have to do is do the doors and we'll be done. I'm gonna put some stain on this back. This kind of plywood doesn't stain real well, but it makes good backs. Well, I take that back. It doesn't look bad at all. I'll have to put that in my bag of tricks right there, because this stuff really isn't that bad. Here's the what we got so far. See, that material really is in there nice. You know, if you put it in after you put the back in, then you got to trim it, and it's real hard to do. And there's our trim. Let's take a look at that back. Now that didn't stain up too bad for just back material. It almost looks like poplar or something. But I think it's some kind of Chinese mystery wood. Now this isn't a split case design. We actually have to build some doors going in the front here. Let's go to our door drawing. The doors will be about 15 inches, wide, 30 inches tall. There'll be two of them, and the glass will be Lexan. Okay, I'll cut the stock out and we'll get to work on that. Well, I got the doors on. They're self-closing. So we can start thinking about putting the glass on. Glass is all cut off. I haven't taken the plastic off of it yet. And here's our trim. You remember how we put that in. Here's our pin gun. Should be enough pins. One of the downsides to this stuff here, plexiglass and all that, is that collects a lot of static, like a dirt magnet. Okay, then this trim goes in there like that. You can actually do this the other way around. You could actually have this glass on the outside. You know, you'd have to work a little bit more with the trim. Find a piece that'll fit in here. And then this trim is just held in with these little pins. The beauty of it is you can take this glass out if you ever needed to, real easy. Well, there's our display cabinet for Memphis Monday 291. 100% oak. It's a real nice fabric in the back. Self-closing doors. And I don't recommend putting box joints on a cabinet like this, but we did it to change it up just to demonstrate how to do box joints with plywood. Well, that does it for another Memphis Monday 291. Today we built a nice little display case. I call it a fire water display case, but actually you can use it for anything. I mean, we have fancy dishes in the other one we built. Pretty nice little project. It's got flat panel doors on it with a plastic glass, 100% oak. We put box joints in it just to demonstrate making box joints with plywood. You don't ordinarily do that for a case or a cabinet like that because they don't look real good, but they're really strong. And if you need to make a box, out of plywood, and you want really strong joints, you can make box joints. Okay, like, share, favorite, all the stuff you do on the internet. Most important, make sure you're back here next week for another exciting Memphis Monday. Thanks for playing along.